Chapter 1, Seed of Rebellion, New Axum, 15-month year, Daybreak, Cycle 0417. Nova crouched in the shadow of a toppled monorail beam, the metal scorched charcoal black from storms older than she could chart. Above her, smog clouds glowed a dull orange, reflecting the perpetual dawn of Etheria Prime's artificial lights. Even at this hour, the Sky City's underbelly pulsed like a distant aurora, taunting the ground with stolen sunrise. She rolled the contraband seed between thumb and forefinger, no bigger than a tear, yet precious enough to cost a month's rations if bartered. Its shell was mottled jade, veined with silver, a genetic relic from the time before the split. Sage Amari whispered that such seeds remembered sunlight the way old vinyl remembered music. Time to sing, Nova thought. Her mech-braced leg hissed as she knelt, prying apart 2 slabs of fractured asphalt. Beneath, the earth was damp and patient, exhaling a scent she could taste. Loam, faint sweetness, promise. She rested the seed in the hollow, covered it with a palm-sized shard of composted moss, then pressed her hand to the soil. The sentinel bee at her shoulder chimed, a glassy ping only she and the hive could hear. Atmos pulse rising. Unregistered grav draft inbound. Nova's heart hitched. She flicked her wrist, the rest of the swarm uncoupled from its sleep cluster inside her jacket, spilling into the air like molten gold. Micro-optics unfurled, mapping vectors no human eye could chart. "Show me," she signed in hive glyph. A hologram overlaid her vision, an envoy skiff descending from Etheria's lower dock rings, its silhouette sharp and sanctified, arched fins, honeycomb thrusters, and, at the prow, the sigil of the God Queen. "Of course," Nova muttered. "Seraphina sends her prayers right on planting day." Electric tremors rippled through the ground as the skiff's anti-gravs lanced downward, scattering trash and loose rust like petals. Nova tapped the side of her head. "Hex, you watching?" Static, then the mechanic's voice crackled through her sub-earlink. "I see Her Majesty's messenger bird, decoherence field, spiking 9 clicks wide. You got, 3 minutes tops before every sensor grid lights you up." Nova glanced at the freshly buried seed. "Not leaving yet." "Nova, send me a ghost path. I'll ride the roofs once the swarm cloaks me." A resigned sigh. "Check your visor, plot up." Blue tracer lines painted her route. A zigzag of broken skyways, collapsed signage, and the skeletal remains of a pre-split observatory. She exhaled, tasting metal and courage. The envoy settled onto a cleared platform 2 blocks away. Servo gates irised open, and robed custodians stepped out. Faces masked, hands gloved in white lattice work. One carried a gilded canister no bigger than Nova's forearm. Etherium sample, she guessed, destined for the Queen's vaults. The sentinel bee buzz dipped in front of her visor. "Decoherence, surge imminent." Nova planted her good foot, sprang. The bees swarmed, coalescing beneath her boots into a hummingboard of living gold. Magnetic grips latched to her soles. She rocketed upward, cloak fluttering like a fractured wing. Below, the patch of soil rested undisturbed. Inside, the seed soaked up the city's heartbeat. Nova smiled despite the danger, because a single unseen sprout was already treason enough. "May you drink the sun before she notices." Sirens wailed as custodians spotted the streak of amethyst and honey weaving through toxic dawn. Nova leaned into the turn, toward rooftops painted with rebellion sigils. The chase was on, and with it, the first true pulse of the Hive's uprising.